Hi everyone, Mary Lou Andre back again for our July edition of Beyond Dressing Well, and I'm thrilled to be here. We are definitely smack in the middle of summer, and it's time to really look at what's in your closet, how you can combine colors a little differently, make sure that your fabrics are all talking the same language, see what you have for accessories that you can mix in an interesting way. And I want you to do all of that before you spend another nickel on clothes. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Please put in the chat where you're calling in from. We'd love to know that. Say hello to Sarah. Hello, Sarah. I see you popping in. Hello, Fran Leonard. I see you. Congratulations. You're a new grandmother. That is so cool. Pop in if you're having any celebrations that you'd like us to share with the group as well. So we are a very friendly organization here. And the goal of tonight's program, like it always is for you to take 2 to 3 fresh new ideas that you can implement right away. And tonight, I am hoping that some of those ideas won't cost you a nickel. So what I did to get prepared for tonight, which is what I always do, is we start with the Sunday night poll. So it has become very popular. Let us know if you like that poll. So many of you have been taking it, and it really allows me to customize the program. So thank you, thank you. And the 5 questions that we asked, were you in a color rut? I find that a lot of times right about now, you kind of get up to July 4th, you wear, your nice, fresh new things in June when it starts to get warm. Everybody seems to have their go-tos for 4th of July, and I hope all of you had a really nice 4th of July. I'm going to share a story about why I am no longer wearing flip-flops when we get into that part of the program, but I hope all of you had a great 4th of July. Of course, those of you here in America, it was a big one, 250 years. Our country's birthday, just so cool. But back to our color dilemma is I just find that a lot of people, again, they get through the red, white, and blue. They're kind of done with that by the time it's mid-July, and they're looking for fresh ideas to take those same red, white, and blue colors that they wore on the 4th and combine them in new ways. So I have tons to show you in that category. The next thing is we asked about pants. Right about now, those white jeans, blue jeans, some people wear black jeans in the summer, they're getting pretty tough to put on in the dog days of summer when it's getting really humid in many parts of the country. So a lot of you said that was the number 1 response in the poll, was some new ideas for pants. And in a word, it's really linen is everywhere right now at all different price points. We're going to get into that, and I have a couple of other ideas about summer pants. Some of you asked about skirts. The flowy pants right now, they really look a lot like skirts, but it's kind of the same thing, whether you like skirts or pants. It's really getting out of those heavy fabrics right about now. Then we asked you, are swimsuits even relevant if you never even go in the water? And I think they are. So I'm going to make the case for why I call them one-piece wonders, why one-piece bathing suits can really be a great secret weapon in the summer, especially if you travel. So we'll get back there. And then the next one we said, do you need some help making your sandals safe and stylish? And again, I've got a doozy of a story to share with you about my own sandal mishap when it comes to safety, but we're going to get into that as well. And of course, our blog came out today, our July blog. Put blog in the chat if you didn't get it. Sarah will send you a link. It went out around about 1 o'clock today, and it is beautifully illustrated with with the 5 points in the blog and the 5 points that I'm going to be diving a little bit deeper. So if you're just joining, hello, 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 happy summer, happy July. Put in the chat where you're calling in from. We love to know, and let us know if you're celebrating anything special so that we can give you some love, and other people in the chat can give you some love as well. So tonight's topic is 5 easy ways to refresh your summer style. And what I'm going to do is really direct this as if I was in your closet. I'm going to share with you what I did, what I do with a client when we're really trying to up the style ante without spending a ton on new pieces, and identifying just a couple things that they might want to add to make everything that they work better. So if you've been in our world for a while, if you've ever worked with the amazing Sarah Zengo or have been a client of mine, you know that right now your closet should be in good working order. So if it is not, we have an amazing self-study course, the Dressing Well Method self-study course. Sarah will put a link in the bio. We sell a lot of them in the summer because people have time to sit and take a class. It's 5 30-minute videos. I teach them, and it really goes through the Dressing Well system of organizing your closet and making it so that you really have control, downsizing it, retiring the items that no longer serve you. You get the gist. But for tonight's program, I'm assuming that you've all done that and you have things in your closet that fit in colors that you like. You get the gist. So if we were working together, number 1 in our blog is try unexpected color combinations. And again, we are not going to the mall yet. We're not going to the store yet. I was actually in Greenville, South Carolina this weekend. Put in the chat if you've ever been to Greenville, South Carolina, or if you live there. Oh my goodness, I loved it. I think it's my new favorite city. My husband and I went to a wedding, and it's just delightful. It was redone in 2006, I think they said. It was an old city that they've really turned into a magnificent modern oasis, and it had rivers and it had amazing hotels and restaurants and stores. So I did buy a couple things, and I'll show you what I bought. But for the moment, we're going to look at the color already in your closet and then give you some ideas on how to give your wardrobe a really fresh spin using the color and the pieces that you already have. And I have a lot of show and tell in that area. So I'm going to go through the 5 tips and then come back, because so many of the outfits, you should see my office. You should all say thank you to my dear husband. He was at the Cape yesterday, and he just arrived home about 45 minutes, and he brought half of my Cape closet with him. I gave him a checklist. So I have a lot of my stuff here, not all of it, but I have a lot of it because I was getting really excited about tonight's program, because as you know, I really practice what I preach. So the first one is try unexpected color. Reach for linen pants. If you're not a linen fan, at least pants that are not heavy denim. We are, again, in the middle of summer, hot and humid. It's time for some easy breezy fabrics. The key is making sure everything talks to each other just right. And I'm going to give you some tips and tricks in that department. The other one is embrace the one-piece wonder. And I just referenced that in the poll. Is a lot of people say, oh, I've got all these, like I'm going through people's swimsuits, and some people have, put in the chat if this is you, honest to goodness, I've seen people with 30 to 40 swimsuits. I have about 4 swimsuits at a time. But when I see one piece, and again, if you did not get our blog yet today, Sarah, please put in the chat the blog. Please read it. It's at dressingwell.com. Sarah did an amazing job with the photos. You'll see some of the bathing suits I'm talking about. But I'm really talking about these really simple one-piece bathing suits. They give you a really nice line. It's like shapewear, all in one. So it's like a bodysuit, shapewear, and it's giving you a really good base layer. So that's number 3 on our list. And again, right now we're helping you shop in your closet, cast a fresh eye, get creative, and I'm going to go through my techniques, but I'm just laying out where we're going so that you can see how I kind of put my shop your closet hat on and get it done. And typically, I mean, I just did this with somebody last week. She didn't have to buy anything. Sometimes we'll say, you know, go out and buy a new pair of sandals for the season. But a lot of times you have a lot of great stuff. And I always say that summer's the shortest season. So a lot of these things just don't get a lot of wear the rest of the year. And when you look at them a little differently, it's so fun. It's like, oh my goodness, I have a whole new wardrobe that I can wear now till the end of August, which I hate to say it is only 6 weeks. Summer, it is a flying. So the next one is add a touch of raffia, and I just actually showed you that with these sandals. Nothing says summer more than, you know, these woven. This is a belt that I absolutely love. I wore this so much last summer, and you know, see, it's got that little yellow in it. That's going to become relevant in a minute when I show you how I put this together. But anything, bags and shoes and belts and hats, it'll just lighten you up. So I ran around and pulled out things. There's a couple of things I forgot that I had, including this belt, and said, yeah, I got that. That's a way to, you know, really pull the look together and lighten it up. And the fifth one, and again, I really try to put myself in your shoes, in my own shoes. If you're traveling, going into air-conditioned offices, it gets chilly here in New England. It's been really hot, but we've also had some chilly nights. So number 5 is never leave home without a summer sweater. And I know over the years people have said to me, what the heck is a summer sweater? And I know that I have bought so many. Eileen Fisher, I know a lot of people know that brand. That's why I'm sharing it with you. But like, I've bought so many people the Eileen Fisher black and white sweaters that are like a linen cotton blend, just so they have it over their shoulders with a sleeveless dress. They can put it on in an office. You get the gist. My summer sweater that I'm living in right now, I think I showed it to you on the last live, is just this. I love it. It's white and it's got the navy and the light blue and the dark blue and the red. And I can, extra bonuses when your summer sweater can also go over your shoulders. So I've got a navy, I'm a navy girl. I've got this navy dress on. I can bring this with me. You can wear it around your waist, but that's what I mean by a summer sweater. So other summer sweaters, some of them have, you know, some of this crocheted look to them. I call it air conditioning. And the one that I brought with me when I was traveling, I've had this in my wardrobe for a long time. It's 100% cotton. I had kind of forgotten I had it, but I took it back out because it's short and cropped. And I actually wore jeans on the plane. I wore a high-waisted pair of jeans, so the shorter sweater looked great, and I just wore a little tank top. And honestly, I took this on and off in the airport, on the plane, when I got off. The temperature really does fluctuate this time of year, so I don't have all my best summer sweaters here, but you get the gist. And everything's on sale now, so that's something else that I look for when the summer sales start. Okay, so what I do to really, again, weave these principles into a wardrobe, my own, and when I'm working with a client, is I open up that closet door, I open up the drawers, I get the jewelry out, I just put my little summer jewelry, again, the raffia earrings, aren't those cute? And I just kind of get it all out to play with, and I'll just start showing you some of the outfits. So, for instance, let me start with the color, actually. So moving from red, white, and blue, and getting a little extra mileage, I love changing out a red top, or in this case, a white top or a navy top, with orange. Do you see how orange just really freshens up that the navy and the white, and you can do a lot of jewelry with that. And if you wanted to take, you know, all of these concepts a step further, you could put the raffia shoe with this to lighten it up. But that's the first thing. On July 4th, you know, it was so hot. Oh my goodness. And I was at the Cape. It was also my birthday, which was kind of fun. This is what I mean about the bathing suit. So this is a red one-piece bathing suit. And we went out on our boat in the morning to go to breakfast. And I just had these linen pants. And the fun story about these linen pants is I got these in Italy in 2019. So these are 6 years old, 7 years old. I can't do the math. 1926. I don't know. You do the math. But I remember knowing that this was going to be a trend. So it was over 100 degrees when we were in Italy and we weren't expecting that. And I went out and I bought these and I bought another pair that's on my rack. And I just love them. So I can wear these pretty dressy. But that day on July 4th, I did the bathing suit. I had my little red, white, and blue visor. And because it was so hot, I love linen and linen. I just wore this sleeveless linen. And because I'm me, I even had a little red belt on. And where I got into trouble was I had some Tory Burch red, white, and blue flip-flops that I really aren't even comfortable, but I was at a party later in the day, and I didn't have this outfit on, but I had the flip-flops still on. And my shoe got stuck on the stairs, and I went flying. It was so embarrassing. My whole right part of my leg was really banged up, and when I woke up the next day, I really thought I had fractured my hip. I did go to the emergency room. I got everything checked out, and the doctor said you wouldn't believe how many people we see in the summertime because of flip-flops. So I'm just sharing that with all of you, that some sensible shoes. I'm trying to think. So even these, like, I just bought these to show you guys. I went out to Nordstrom a little while ago. These were on all the cute girls that were at the party. My brother has an annual 4th of July party, and there's no way that I'm ever going to wear these. However, there are shoes that are just as cute, that have a little bit more structure. So you do what you want to do. I had the flip-flops on because they were red, white, and blue, and they matched my outfit. But this is when you kind of get savvy. Like, I'm going to get sandals that are red, white, and blue. I'll have my eyes peeled for them. But this is where you just can kind of take some notes. The other shoe that I really love, and I know you guys think I'm nuts, is I bought the jellies last year, and they were like, I don't have them down here, but they were like Mary Jane's. So when I was away last weekend, I saw these for $20. They're Sam Edelman. Oh, these are Steve Madden. The ones I have are Sam Edelman. And they've got that more of an orange tinge, and I'm doing a lot of orange. And, you know, whenever I bought this when I was away too. I bought the orange t-shirt. I needed t-shirts. I knew I needed t-shirts. I got the yellow t-shirt. But I'm loving these. First of all, they're safe. I'm wearing a lot of bell bottoms right now, and I love how they just, like, these just pick out. And believe it or not, the Mary Jane ones I have, they just feel a little bit dated to me. So I got these, and they were literally $20, and they fit me perfectly, and they were on like a sidewalk sale. So those are two things that I wanted to show you. And then going back to my swimsuit, this, you know, with the, I love this. This is so old at this point. But it's olive, it's got the black and white stripes. Like, I can do this with a white linen shirt. I don't buy a bathing suit anymore without a linen shirt. It's just become, it's great for sun protection. It's light. It gives you some coverage when you want it. But I can do that. And, you know, black, I have black Birkenstocks. So I just want to show you how versatile these things are. The other thing that I saw all over South Carolina is these square scarves are back. And I bought this one because I thought the colors were really pretty. And it's got my yellow. And those of you that are insiders, you saw Sarah had a really pretty one on. She posted over the weekend. But a lot of the young girls had these on at their neck with a sleeveless top and with spaghetti straps. And then a lot of young women. The city was so young, so stylish. I saw a lot of them wearing bandanas are really in too, but I saw a lot of them wearing them on their linen pants. So they had, you know, like a white t-shirt, and then they had this. And I just love the colors. I love how it even goes with the blue stripe in this linen. And this is really, really lightweight. They also, a lot of these young women that I saw were just doing beautiful things with their hair with these kinds of scarves. So I wanted to show you that. When I'm thinking about unique color combinations, so last summer I had bought these shorts somewhere, and they're green, and I love green. And I was, you know, going out, somebody invited me last minute to go somewhere, and I just threw on, I went into my dresser and I saw this top, really, this is a summer sweater, by the way. And I had like a white tank top on underneath, and I threw it on, and I had some little sneakers that had green in them and pink, and I got like a million compliments. So now I have this folded, and when I told you my husband just went down and grabbed my stuff, I was like, can you go into my second drawer and get my green shorts and my yellow sweater, because this is how I have them down there. And I also do a lot with scarf belts in the summer, and I have them hanging down there. That would have been too much to have them get those for me, but I have them hanging on this little rack in my bedroom. So that's what I mean, like, get your color out. If you don't have one of our darn racks, Sarah, please put the rack in the chat. I will go into someone's home and I will just start hanging their color. So also, I bought these last year in Dallas. I love them. They're lightweight denim, and I got these at a vintage store, and I went on a mission to match them, match that green. So that's where I came up with this sweater. And then I got a pair of jeans in this color pink. These are still at the Cape, but I was able to put the jeans with this. It's monochromatic. Then this goes over this, or it goes around my shoulders. And then it also goes with these jeans. So part of today is I wanted to be tutorial. And if I have something really cool like this, I will definitely put on my list. Sometimes I'll even take these shopping with me. And these were last year. They're still, I have them on today actually. They're like were my favorite thing last year. So taking the time to really nail things so that you have them is great. And I wear these a lot with sneakers. And then of course, when I added the green, this is what I mean about the interesting color combinations. My straw bag that I use a lot also has all these colors. Even the necklace, I just threw these necklaces on. I had them in my closet. June Tart, if you're watching, you made this for me so many years ago. But I just like, I'm having a green moment. So I threw the green on. I don't even know how it looks right now, but I was just really trying to demonstrate how easy it is to throw these looks together. And I did buy this navy dress when I was in South Carolina too. I am a Navy girl, and with it being so hot, I just love this. I'm gonna wear it a lot. And of course, the navy goes with my bag. I can dress it up with this scarf. This is not about having a ton of stuff, ladies. It's about having the right pieces. Orange, the other thing you can do is go into your closet, and I have my summer scarves, of course I do on me. I have my summer scarves separated out from my winter scarves. And you see how that's like orange and it's kind of like a purpley pink. That's when you can start saying, oh, that goes with this t-shirt. I'm just going to do a white jean. So look at what you have and the colors that you love. And when I'm back in August, I'll show you how I kind of transition some of these colors through fall. But that's the gist. I do love orange. I saw a lot of you in the poll this week say that you loved it too. But you know, that was something. I bought this shirt last year, and I immediately went and said, what do I have? And I wear this with pretty much like all through June. I wore it with dark blue jeans And I have these little Toms slip-on sneakers that have a lot of these same colors. So that's what I'll give you on color. And then going back to the whole bathing suit idea, I'm really having a green moment. But this one says suntan, which is it will go great with the necklace I have on. It goes nicely with the bag, and I can also do it with the white linen pants, shorts. The other thing I see all the time with younger women is a lot of them will be wearing the short shorts, and because they wear a longer top with it, even if their legs are not, their best feature, I talk to a lot of these girls, they really are able to get that confidence by wearing the short shorts and then having the long top. So when I saw this long top, I grabbed it because I just love how I can go to the beach and really feel covered up. All right, so that's what I'll show you on that. Just going back to shopping in your own closet, I have had this. It's from my friends at Top It Off. They gave this to me as a gift. I've had it for a really long time, and I just had everything out, and look how great that goes with these earrings. So a white t-shirt, white jeans, white shorts, white skirt. That's how you start to pull outfits together very easily. And and then I always have, getting ready to wrap up here, I always have a couple really hot day looks at the ready to go in a minute. So I am headed to a retreat tomorrow, and it's going to be hot. These are not jeans, they're not linen, but they're really light. This white shirt, I love it because it's so forgiving. White tops can be really hard because you can see everything, but these are really forgiving. And I have these, it's going to be, I'm not going to the beach. These shoes go really well with that. So I've got that. I know you guys like to see the full outfits. And the one thing that I'll talk about, when we're talking about, the linen pants and skirts, this is a little jumper. And I had this on over the weekend. I brought it to wear in the hotel just to go down and have breakfast. And what I'm seeing is these lightweight linens. So I was in a city. I just put this heavier sweater, but it's sleeveless, and I put it on over the jumpsuit, and it just gives it a little bit extra clout. So it looks like pants when you button this all up, and I just felt terrific. So those are my tips. If you want to see the blog, please jump on over to dressingwell.com. The name of the blog is 5 Easy Ways to Refresh Your Summer Wardrobe. I know I shared a lot with you. What else didn't I share with you? I have stuff all over the floor. But the 5 tips again are: get in your closet before you spend another nickel on clothes. Open it up. If you haven't had time to organize it, make some time to do that. I know Sarah was with a client this week that had everything, all of her t-shirts and shorts in tubs. Couldn't see anything. Half of the stuff, more than half of the stuff, didn't fit, was stained. Get it up. Get one of our racks. They're $99. They are amazing. I always ask on this show, but it really does help other people. Put in the chat if you love our rack. But that's exactly what I did to get, the rack is set up right here. That's exactly what I did to get ready for tonight's show. Is I put the rack up, and then I started putting the colors, and you can see how your eye just goes naturally. If your eye doesn't go naturally, get on Sarah's calendar. She is a magician, whether in person or virtually. She can help you put together some amazing new looks from what you already own. Get your jewelry out. I hope you like my little necklace combination. I don't even know what it looks like. I just kind of threw it on. Get out some of your older scarves. A lot of people have always said, oh, what do I do with these square scarves? They're having a moment. Get them out. See what you have. See what you have for belts. See what you have for bathing suits that you're not wearing. Maybe you want to go out and buy some flattering linen pants. They are so on trend. They're on sale everywhere. You can choose the colors. But I hope that I inspired you to think a little bit outside the box, helped you use what you already own, and got a really tight list for what you might want to add. So we'll be back in August. I am going to do my annual Our Favorite Things. People really love that, and I have a little box that I've been collecting everything in. I have some really great jewelry, cosmetics, lotions and potions, some beauty products, some wellness products, all my favorite things that I just love to share with all of you. And big shout out to all of you that write in. And Valerie Petit, if you're on the line, you gave me my new favorite self-tanning lotion. That has made the list. I'll be showing all of you that in August. But please be in touch. We are not going anywhere. We are around. We love to hear from you. We love when you answer the polls, give us ideas for upcoming shows. And again, our goal is always to make everyday style easier. And I hope that I just accomplished that tonight with all of you. So thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you all for joining. Get on our website and look for that blog, print it out, get in your own closet. And I hope you come up with some really fun new combinations that make you smile. All right, have a great rest of the night. We'll see you again in August. And again, we are around and we'd love to hear from you. See you later, everyone. Bye-bye.